Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going live for Capricorns for the Capricorn reading from the 1st to the 15th of September. Okay. All right. So, just going to come in. And if not, you can always go back and look at the readings. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the reading for you, Capricorn. Okay. We're going to see what comes out. Capricorn, you rule the 10th house. I'm trying to. So, Capricorn, you rule the 10th house, and the 10th house is about your public image. It's about your career and your relationships in this life, okay? And it's about authority figures as well. So, authority figures could be you, the head of the household. It could be your job, your whatever. Maybe you're the authoritative figure in the family. Maybe you're the head of the household. But we're going to see what comes out for you, Capricorn. Again, this reading is from September the 1st through September the 15th. All right. So let's see what comes out for you. The Wheel of Fortune is the first card. So there will be some sort of change to you feeling stuck in the situation here. I do feel like you're starting to see something from a different perspective. Now, we do have Pluto in retrograde in your zodiac sign. So there may be some sort of like past situations coming back up. This could have something to do with authorities like the police, or it could have something to do with being the head of the household or something like that. It could have something to do with your children or your parents, but there's some sort of karmic cycle that's coming back around. And you're being encouraged to, if you've been feeling kind of like stuck in some sort of energy, like in a loop in your life, something is going to, it's coming back around because you need to see it from a different perspective. You need to deal with it from a different perspective now. Like you need to deal with it in a different way. Maybe you handled something in the past in a certain way. And this could have been, again, you ruled the 10th house. So it has something to do with your public image too. Um, it has a lot to do with your career. It has a lot to do with your relationships with authoritative figures. So this is something that's coming back around. Okay, and then the Ace of Cups. I do feel like there may be some sort of overflowing of emotions at this time. This could be tears that's flowing. It could be, something that is changing because you just feel kind of stuck in some situation. Maybe you feel like you sacrificed so much in your life, or maybe you do feel like sort of like a sacrificial lamb in some sort of situation. And so this is about you changing how you deal with a situation so you can free yourself from it. There may be some sort of news about a pregnancy or some sort of new beginning, emotion that's going to bring a lot of emotional happiness, something that you're really passionate about too. I feel like you're going to wind up going after that. Then you have the Knight of Wands. Some of you all have moved in haste in a situation in your life, or maybe you feel like you moved too fast or you did something too fast, and that could be where the energy needs to change. Maybe you need to slow down and kind of address something in the right way. You have the Five of Pentacles here. So some of you all have felt sort of left out in the cold. You've been trying to, maybe you feel like you invested into the wrong person or the wrong thing. So maybe you've been trying to change that energy, okay? So maybe you've been trying to kind of get yourself to that place where you're making better choices. This could even be in your career with this finances here. This could be in your career as well. A Taurus could be significant. Pisces could be significant. Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio could be significant. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo could be significant. Okay. Then you have the Ten of Swords here. Yeah, so there's something about some sort of betrayal. There's a lot of betrayal that you need to kind of deal with. You need to kind of get through, get over, work through. You could feel betrayed, and you could feel like that betrayal kind of slowed you up in this life, or it stopped you in some way. This could be you. There's a finality coming to a situation where I feel like you have already gotten over the worst. Like you've been through the worst. You've had to deal with the worst. And so I do feel like now you're working on something different. And you may be happy about your circumstances. Something may be coming in, whereas you was feeling stuck before. This could be a promotion. Maybe you wanted a promotion. Maybe you have been on the same job for a long time, wanting to move forward in your career and having to deal with a lot of betrayal and not being able to move forward because of whatever happened. But I do feel like something like stability is coming into your life. Maybe you've been putting in a lot of work and now you have a supervisor who's saying, okay, now it's time for you to get the promotion that you wanted, or now it is time for you to get something. I do feel like some of you all are workaholics too. I do feel like some of you all work a lot. Now there's a death coming to a situation, and I know this may sound kind of, dramatic. Some of you all may be dealing with miscarriages, or you've had to deal with a miscarriage or something like that. But I do feel like there is some sort of wish for a new start. There's also some sort of rebirth that you want to have. I almost feel like you want to have a new connection with a past energy or something. Or you want some sort of new start or new understanding when it comes to some sort of past energy. Let me see. You got the Page of Cups here. I do feel like you want someone to be more understanding about your situation. You may need, like, maybe you're trying to get somebody to listen to you, to get some sort of understanding. Maybe you want somebody to be more compassionate. You're going to be required to use your intuition about why something has been, like, why you feel left out in the cold, or about some sort of bad investment. um yeah, I do feel like once you get over some sort of betrayal or work through something and break out of that energy of feeling stuck, like you can't really move on, you're going to figure out a way to get through this. I feel like you're going to look at the future in a more um prosperous way. It's like you're going to look at the future with more hope and faith, that you want to, that all your hard work in a situation is going to finally pay off. I see a breakthrough coming with you, Capricorn. You got the King of Swords here. There's some sort of truth and honesty coming to a situation here. There's a lot of truth and honesty, a lot of clarity coming to something. And I do feel like you're going to be kind of, maybe you're overjoyed that a situation is kind of wrapping itself up at this time. Again, you do have Pluto in Capricorn, and so retrograding in Capricorn, and it will be retrograding in Capricorn until, let me see, I think it's like October. Um, until October the 10th. So it was an Aquarius, and then it started out in Aquarius, and then it moved into Capricorn around June the 11th. So this could be where you started to see something kind of change in your life. And it will be slowly but surely changing until October the 10th. There's something else coming back up. And then you have the King of Wands here. And so Aries could be significant, and Aquarius could be significant. Um, Scorpio could be significant. I do feel like Capricorn, there is someone that's challenging you at this time. There's some sort of challenge coming to you at this time, and it could be from an authoritative figure, like the head of a household. It could be coming to you from a masculine energy, or either you're the masculine energy, but there's some sort of challenge coming back around from the past about a situation. It needs to be addressed, and there's lessons that you're going to learn within this situation. And even though I feel like it's lessons that's going to be learned, I do feel like you're going to be happy with what you're learning. It's something like that. Um, but that could just be because you're seeing it from a different point of view. Yeah, because I feel like you moved in haste. Maybe you feel like you moved too fast in the past in a situation here with this temperance card. You could have been very confused about what you should do, how you should handle something. You could have even been procrastinating for so long, like almost waiting to the very end or the due date, and then you made some sort of rash decision. I do feel like you're trying to get into calmer waters, or a calmer way of thinking, or just a better way of dealing with your situations in this life. Um, let's see what else is coming up for you. Now we have a new moon. We have a big full moon. I mean, not a new moon, but a full moon moving into Pisces on the 31st of this month of August, right? And so there may be something really emotional coming up, especially with that Ace of Cups there. There may be an emotional situation surrounding the truth, some sort of honesty, surrounding stability, surrounding, because you have the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands here. And so there's a power struggle in a situation here pertaining to the truth, pertaining to popularity, pertaining to responsibilities, leadership, pertaining to long-term investments. So always look at kings as married energy. So this could even be pertaining to a marriage. There may be some sort of challenges or something with that. But there's a lot of communication coming to a situation that you need clarity about. Okay, you have the 10 of Pentacles here. Some of you all are trying to create some sort of generational wealth for your future. Maybe you're making some sort of investment with that 10 of Pentacles. A Virgo could be significant. Maybe this is something you're trying to create for your child. There could be a significant age difference between you and someone, or you're trying to create like better circumstances in your life, or for the next generation here. You may be talking to a child who is very intuitive, or trying to understand them better, trying to get them to understand why you work so much, or why you're so focused on creating some sort of generational wealth. I kind of feel like if you do have children, you don't want your children to have to work as hard as you did. You may have come from poverty too, with that 5 of Pentacles there. Maybe there's a situation where you were starting to lose faith or hope. Maybe you feel like you followed the wrong path, or you made some sort of wrong decisions. And so you could be trying to change that energy with this Wheel of Fortune here, moving forward with your own family, like your own children, your own, relatives or something. I do feel like you feel held back at times in your life in some way. Two of Pentacles here. So this is you trying to find some sort of balance here. This is you dealing with the yin and the yang. Like what should be moving fast, what should get your attention at this time, what you should really be focusing on so you can make something turn around. So maybe you have been focusing on betrayal for too long. Maybe you were doing something and you didn't realize it was keeping you stuck. A lot of times we look to the outside world to try to blame our situations on, but sometimes our situations are the product of our own behavior. And I do feel like you're going to start looking at something totally different from a unique perspective. Or you're being encouraged to do that, and it has something. It's something to bring some sort of balance in your life. Two of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. You also could be working two jobs at this time too, to try to bring some sort of clarity. The Hermit card, Virgo energy. Again, a Virgo could be significant. You also, I feel like you're on some sort of spiritual journey at this time, Capricorn, or this is what you're going to be going through, like an emotional healing of some sort. Maybe you're spending a lot of time away from people. Maybe you are just trying to get a deeper understanding of what the divine want from you at this time. So maybe you're in the energy where you're having to be truthful with yourself about a situation. It could be pertaining to long-term investment or your money. It could also be pertaining to like a child. It could be pertaining to marriage or something like that. But there is something that you are not seeing that you're going to, it's like it's going to come out. It's something that maybe you didn't want to see it, or maybe you just didn't want to see it from someone else's perspective. But this is you kind of taking a step back and really doing that evaluation, self-work. I do see some healing coming to something too, Capricorn. You know what? I almost feel like a healing is coming in a way that you're not expecting. But the healing is coming from honesty. The healing is coming from looking within. You have the High Priestess here. Yep, and this is High Priestess is Pisces energy. And so with the High Priestess, this is about you trusting your intuition. Some of you all want to have some sort of rebirth with someone, and this could bring, you may be trying to trust your intuition when it comes to this full moon here. It's a big blue full moon, because the full moon in Pisces is about balancing that spirituality with practicality, right? Being practical in situations, but also understanding the spiritual side of things, how you should be dealing with situations in the right way. And so this is what this is about. And I do feel like there is an energy where you're trying to trust your intuition on what you should do. Excuse me, I got my eyelash. Well, you should be trusting your intuition in some way. Judgment. Some of you all have been praying to your angels, trying to get some sort of understanding of what you need to do, what this life wants from you. Wheel of Fortune again. Yes, something is definitely changing. I feel like it has a lot to do with your finances, and it has a lot to do with creating some sort of generational wealth. There is a karmic cycle that is completing at this time. You have the the Nine of Wands here. So I feel like you've been in battle for a long time. This could even be energetically. You've been in battle and trying to find some sort of balance in your life for a very long time. This is you having to constantly, I see things get complicated for you, Capricorn, because I feel like what you have been standing up for is the very thing. It's like the way you've been fighting for something. You may find a different way of looking at it, a unique way of looking at it. You may have realized that fighting for something or saying something in a certain way, it's almost like self-sabotage. It kind of brought some sort of negativity into your life and kind of kept you stuck in some ways, and it almost feel like it made your life harder. And this is where that unique, looking at something in a unique way moving forward, because all zodiac signs go through this. This is what I'm saying. It's like if you're wrong about a situation, but you keep telling yourself you're not wrong, or you have enablers around you, you won't change, right? And then eventually you believe your own lies. But this is you getting to like doing the inner work, saying, you know what? Maybe I have been handling this wrong, you know? And I'll just say if it's on a job, right? And you've been working on a job for a very long time, maybe you work two jobs. Um, and you could feel like, okay, I know I've been putting in the work on this one job. I know I've been doing everything that I have to do to make things right for me and my family, trying to create generational wealth. But at this point, I'm not getting anywhere with this one job. It's like every time I ask for a promotion, they tell me why they can't give me one. So maybe you handled it out of like, maybe you got a little angry about something, or maybe you started spreading rumors about the supervisor. Maybe you internalized like, oh, they just don't like me, or they're just, you know, petty or something like that. And this could have gotten back to a supervisor. So to hear you put them down when that wasn't the real reason why they didn't give you the promotion, um, could have almost, like I said, it was like self-sabotage. So it's you kind of seeing something for what it is so you can change it for the best, you know, so you can change your own situation. Because I do feel like you have something coming in that's going to change it for the better, but it's after you see something in a different way. Some of you all are trying to, you know, leave the past behind and look forward to the future, see what else is out here. Some of you all may be getting a job where you travel. This could be maybe you're trying to get your money together so you can get a job where you can relocate. Maybe you're taking some time away from your job. You may be taking a vacation. Um, some of you all will be tapping into your 401k. But I do feel like you're going to, some of you all may be using, you may be using something in your life to try to create a new beginning in another way. So it's like if you work for someone, right? And you tap into your 401k, you may use that to start your own business in some like relocate and start a business somewhere else. So you may be deciding to do something like that, just to make your life easier and better. You have the Ace of Swords here. There's going to be some sort of epiphany moment with a situation. A lot of clarity, challenges, change, seeing something for what it really is going to be frustrating for you because it's going to create some sort of internal energy where you're going to realize that you're going to have to put an ending to something for you to really have a new outlook on life or a new beginning. This could be not trusting your intuition. This could be maybe you haven't trusted yourself. Maybe you have been in some sort of energy, Capricorn, where you felt like the whole world was against you when that's not the truth. You know, you got to look at like some of the blessings that you really have in this life that people wish they had, some of the support that people wish they had. And I feel like you have that. And so this is going to be a time with this full moon in Pisces, this big blue emotional moon that's coming now. Very powerful. I feel like this is going to be a time where you kind of tap in to your emotions and really see something. That's what's going to help you see it from a different perspective, because maybe you have been avoiding how you really feel because it just was, you know, it may be too complicated, too emotional for you, you know. So yeah, you have the Judgment here. So I do feel like some of you all feel heavily judged. You feel like some of you all have been trying to manifest a lot of prosperity into your life. Some of you all may have an offer coming in that's going to help you in some way. This could be a financial offer, or just the changes, Capricorn. We're going to get some more messages out. One of your ancestors that have already moved on, Capricorn, want to talk to you. This could be a masculine energy too. This could be your father. I don't know whether you, maybe you lost your father, or you a grandfather or something like that. But there's a message that I feel like, because the Hermit card can also be a ancestor. It could be a ghost. It could be like a spirit, you know. So I kind of want to see what they have been trying to tell you, what they've been trying to say to you. This is somebody, this is a masculine energy. Could have been a Virgo, could have been a Pisces, could have been a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, could have been an Aries, could have been an Aquarius, someone who moved on, transitioned already. So let's see what they have to say to you at this time. Now I have no pain. So this person could have been in some sort of pain while they were here. They could have been in some sort of pain. My stomach just started hurting. So it could have had something to do. Maybe they had intestinal issues. It could have been stomach cancer. It could have been something that was going on with them, was causing them a lot of pain. And I kind of feel like it was in their stomach area or something like that. But they are no longer in pain. I will always point you in the right direction. So whoever this ancestor is, they've been trying to point you in the right direction. You could be at some sort of crossroads in your life at this time. And they've been trying to point you in the right direction. You know, they've been sort of guiding your feet along the way. If this is not a masculine energy, this is just somebody who vibrated heavily in masculine energy. It could have been a feminine energy, could have been a mom or something like that, but maybe they vibrated in a masculine energy. But this person has tried to guide your foot, like your footing, like they want you to trust yourself a little more. But they are no longer in pain, so that leads for that first card to come out like that. That leads me to believe that they were suffering while they were here. So you have nothing to feel guilty about. So maybe something happened between you all, Capricorn, and you felt kind of guilty about a situation. And I do feel like this, whoever this ancestor is, no longer wants you to feel guilty. They don't want you to feel guilty if you all did not have the best relationship while they were here. They don't want you to feel guilty about the last words that were spoken between you all, you in some way. But I do feel like this person is seeing something differently now that they've already transitioned. Eva, hey, Eva, hi. Oh, nice. Okay, wonderful. Um, this person said it's their time to go. It was their time to go, you know. So you may have wanted them to stick around longer. Maybe you wish that you could talk to them again and things like that. But they hear you. They definitely hear you. Um, so I really feel like, you know, it was their time to go. They were in pain while they were here. So it was time for them to transition and not be in pain anymore. But they're with you all the time. They do guide your footsteps. I wish I had told you more often how much I loved you. So, wow, this person, you know, they really do love you. Whoever this is, again, I picked up on masculine energy. So it could be a father, it could be a grandfather, it could be a brother, it could be something. But they really wish that they would have told you that they loved you more. And they're no longer in pain at this time. And they do try to guide your footsteps and be some sort of navigational system for you and try to lead you into, you know, that better feeling, that better healing energy in life. But they felt it was their time to go, you know. So they came here, they did what they were supposed to do here, and then it was their time to move on. So Capricorn, we're going to see what messages, because I felt compelled to pull something for that spirit that was trying to tap into. I felt like that was somebody who already transitioned. And but that's what they have to tell you. So There's going to be a lot of emotional healing that needs to take place, Capricorn. And so, and that could be your biggest challenge. That could be your biggest challenge. And it's something about your self image that's coming back up from the past. And it has something to do with authoritative figures. And again, that could be your own father, or it could be your grandfather, or something like that. But this is about the lessons you've learned in this life. And this is about you taking those lessons that you learned and applying it and doing something better with it with your own life, right? Making better choices and decisions. Okay, so Capricorn, I'm going to close out your reading. And thank you to everyone who has showed up. I appreciate that. I'm going to close out your reading with a message from Spirit, okay? Just to see what else is coming out, because I do feel like you're about to deal with a lot of emotional stuff that is coming back up from the past, and this could be very hard for you, because I felt like you dealt with something in the past in one way, and it could have been through learned behavior, but it's like now it's being presented again. What lessons have you learned? Are you looking to blame somebody, or are you about to take accountability and handle a situation differently, in a better way, to show how much you've grown, show how much you've matured? And I do feel like if you handle something in a very good way, it's going to like almost open doors for you. This could be from people in your community. This could be from your family. It's going to really open doors for you. Serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is the time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. Absolutely, Capricorn. So there again, I keep saying it. It's been coming out from the beginning of your reading. Again, with this Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn until October the 10th, you're going to have to deal with a situation, but it's how you deal with it. It's something that you're going to have to, again, it's a big emotional thing with this full moon moving into Pisces. It's a big emotional situation here that you're going to have to deal with. But it's something that you're either going to let it disturb your peace, or either you're going to get to that point where you're saying, you know what, I'm in a better headspace. I have grown. I have matured. I'm a totally different person. I've learned some bad lessons in my life, and I've learned some good lessons in my life. And this is an opportunity for you to see how you apply those things to to this current situation that's arising with you, Capricorn. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some Kipper cards too, just to try to get a little bit more energy. Pluto is that planet of regeneration and transformations. So it's almost like you're going to be put to the test to see if you really change or not, you know? So journey. Tapping into your 401k. You may be using it to take a vacation, or you've been waiting for something to come in. You've been waiting for something to arrive. This could be an inheritance. You've been waiting for something to come in. And I do feel like it's coming. It's on its way. Like you already have your bags packed. It's like you're ready for some sort of change to happen in your life, for something to finally complete. Some of you will be using some of your money to start a new business. You've just been waiting for the check to clear, or for something to come in. Like you're going to start something new. A mature woman. Virgo may be significant here as you come in. Please hit those likes. Well, journey, this number 10 here, you do rule the 10th house, Capricorn. And so I feel like this is about you going through this journey of life and something coming back around again. A mature woman, a Virgo, could be significant in your life at this time. And this may be somebody who is coming with wisdom, or it could be your mother. It could be a grandmother. It could be a wife, but there's someone who is in your life that really is trying to, I feel like they want you to focus on something, really pay attention to something. House here. Now, if you look at this picture, this house, there's a fence here. So what side of the fence are you on, Capricorn? Do you feel shut off from the world where you're locking the world out, or do you feel locked out in some area of your life? House could also represent, it could represent an actual like house or home you live in, but it also can represent yourself. It could represent where your soul resides, right? And so do you feel like you're not in tune with yourself? Do you feel like you're not being yourself? You're not tapped in. So there could be a mature woman kind of trying to help you with this, kind of work through this situation here. Pathway, you may feel like your pathway, things are kind of opening up for you. I feel like you've been feeling like you're in the wilderness, and maybe you're focusing on the shadow side of your life and you're looking for some sort of transformation. You want something to change. This coffin here, again, Pluto represents that Scorpio energy. Scorpio could be significant too. But this is about some sort of change coming in your life. And again, I just did that reading about someone who's already passed on, trying to communicate with you, and they were in some sort of pain. I just don't know. It said when the card came out, it said they're no longer in pain. So I felt like this is somebody who's dealing with a disease or an illness while they were here, and they've been trying to contact you and just kind of guide your feet along the way. They also wish that they would have told you that they loved you more while they were here. So if you missed that portion of it, you can always go back and look at it. So I do feel like this has a lot to do with something about a death that was in your past, that you have, maybe you have, this person came back to you in your dreams. It just looks like they're trying to contact you so they can try to help you get some better understanding of yourself, of who you are as a person. This person do want you to forgive yourself for something. They say that you have nothing to feel guilty about. And so maybe it was the connection that you all had with each other, but they feel like you're either locked out or you're locking people out of your life. Or something like that. So they want you to work through that. And they feel like the way that you can work through it, the way this pathway is going to open up is it has a lot to do with, have you really learned lessons from past decisions and past mistakes and things like that. So, but something is going to arise where I feel like you're being encouraged to not let it mess with your inner peace, okay, your serenity, okay? So Capricorn, thank you so much. Y'all get those likes up, hit that like button, hit that like button. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart for showing up at your star spa. So we're going to get into some of the other zodiac signs. If y'all want to check out, if you know your natal chart and you want to check out the other zodiac signs, please be sure to do that. Maybe you know your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mercury. If you know those zodiac signs and your north node and things like that, it's so important to know that the natal chart is not, you're not just a Capricorn. You're so much more. You're made up of so many other zodiac signs too. Okay, so make sure you watch those other readings. And I will be going live. I'll be doing Taurus next, okay, and then Virgo, the water signs, and I'm not too burnt out. And then I may finish up with the fire signs tomorrow. I may just, I don't know. I don't know what order I'm going to do them in. I haven't figured that out yet, okay? All right, I'm sending you all love and light, a lot of healing energy. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will talk with you amazing Capricorns another time.